Hello, church. Hope you're doing well this week. Pastor Sam here, and wanted to bring you another update as we enter a new month and as we think about really what God is doing in the life of our church. And we want to try to stay connected as best as possible. So I want to try to keep you updated and let you know ways that you can come alongside us and you can participate in the life of the church and pray for what the Lord is doing in our midst. As we think about this year, right, where fall is approaching, a new month is here, and we're excited. Many of our students are getting ready to go to school. Many have already started even. So as we think about, what does this year look like? It's going to look a lot different. We know it's been a crazy year, but for us, we're praying to the Lord that we can find ways, right? We're still called to continue our mission as a church and as God's people to make disciples. That's what we're called to do. Make disciples who worship God, grow in Christ, impact the world. And so for us, we want to be faithful to that call, even when things look different. So if you see where I am, I'm not in the usual places. I'm actually in our ministry house basement. Many of you may not even know that this exists, but this is going to be our new clothing closet, our Crossway clothing closet. And as you can see, Pastor Jacob and other volunteers have really spent a lot of time organizing this basement room here and really putting a lot of time in. And really there's a really cool backstory of how the Lord has worked. All of these clothes, all of the racks, all of the supplies, for the most part, were donated by other ministries. So the Lord has just laid this into our lap to be able to provide tangible needs in the life of our community. So as you see here, I want you to see that there's all these clothes here, and then as you come around the corner, you can see there's actually more in here. So a lot of opportunities for people to help, to be a part of organizing, to be a part of kind of going through those things. And so we have opportunities for that coming up, and it's September 14th. We're going to launch this ministry and open it up to the community to really take part. And as we think about this year, it's been crazy. There's a lot of tangible needs, even people that we've talked to. So we want to step into that, and we want to care for our community well. We want to reach our neighbors. That's one of our priorities. And so as we think about, the opportunities we have and opportunities that you can come alongside, we have some already who are going to be advocates for this ministry. So we're excited for that. We're excited for others that you can come alongside. And as people come in, they come in by appointment, and then our advocates can show them around, point them to the resources that we have. We have everything really organized by different sizes, different styles. We have clothes from baby clothes all the way to adult in every shape and size. So it's an exciting time. And then other opportunity, right? If as an advocate, there's an opportunity there, but also if we need help organizing clothes, you saw all those clothes in that closet. So that's going to be a consistent thing that we'll need to do to keep this ministry going. So that's one way that you can come alongside and really participate in the life of our church. And so we have the clothing closet, September 14th. Another thing we have going on, we talked about it the last couple of weeks, is our growth track class. I'm really excited about this, just really excited about what the Lord can do. And thinking about a class that for us, we haven't had anything like this in a while on a Sunday morning. So I'm excited. It's for really anyone who's just starting following the Lord, or not even following yet, just curious about what it looks like, to folks who have been here for 50 years, who've been following the Lord for a lifetime even. So we're going to be thinking through questions, answering questions like, how can I get on the right track in my walk with Jesus? What does it look like to make lasting relationships in the life of the church? What does it look like to what's the DNA of Crossway? What do we believe? How can you come alongside? How can you serve in the life of the church and use your gifts in the life of the church? So we're calling it Growth Track for the simple fact that the idea is we get on track and we're ready to take the next step and to where the Lord has us, and to make disciples and kind of get on the same page. So we're excited about that. And then as we talked about, right, our service times during those weeks are going to be a little different. We're going to have one service. starting at 9:30, and you're going to hear more about that as that time approaches. So starting September 13th, we're going to have one service for those 4 weeks. So we're encouraging everyone to come to first service and then stay for our growth track class. And you probably received an email today, but it's also going to be live stream. We're going to have materials for you to follow along as well. So really excited about that. And lastly, as we think about the fall and how are we making disciples? How are we continuing our mission this fall? And another way is through our community groups, right? It's the lifeblood of our church in many ways. How we go from Sunday morning to apply what the Lord is teaching us, and also to build relationships in the life of the church. And so those are starting up. This year's a bit different, so things are kind of shifted later. School is starting later, so a lot of our groups will start up in October. Some of them are going through the year, but we'll have some new groups starting in October. We have some marriage-specific groups. We have some other community groups that you can be a part of as well. So excited for what God is doing in our church and how God is providing opportunities for us to grow in Christ and to impact the world, especially. And so we are excited. And so as we talked about Sunday, right, we talked a little bit about these one another passages in the scriptures, and really in the life of the church. We've seen it throughout the book of Acts that the church grows in Christ together, and God uses our struggles, God uses the pain that we go through, God uses the hard times, not only for us, not only to grow us as his followers, but also to help others, right? God is using your hardship. God is using what you've been going through in 2020, not only for your own edification and your own encouragement, but also, right, for the growth of others, that others might be encouraged by how the Lord is working in your life and how you're responding to what you're going through. So we're excited. And I just want to leave you with a quote, a phrase that we talked about on Sunday. And it's this: in hard times, choose connection over isolation. So when times are tough, when we're struggling, when times of uncertainty, choose connection over isolation. So I want you to think about that this evening, and I look forward to seeing you, Lord willing, on Sunday, or if you're joining us through live stream, to participate that way. And again, I'm excited at what the Lord is doing at our church, and look forward to hearing from you and to connecting with you all, and how the Lord is working in your life these days. Have a great night.